Over the summer we see so many rugby transfers, players moving from club to get more game time, maybe to get better wages, or to put themselves back in their international team's picture to get selected. Today we're going to round up the top 10, in my opinion, transfers that have happened this summer of players in the Northern Hemisphere. That could be players who have moved to the Northern Hemisphere from the Southern Hemisphere, or have stayed within the Northern Hemisphere, moving to a different club. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about these. Let's get into number 1. Number 1 on the list is MilnerSkudder, who's moved to Toulon from the Hurricanes. Currently has 13 caps for New Zealand, can play on the wing or as a fullback, and he has 12 tries in 13 appearances for the All Blacks. He broke through in 2014 and in 2015 won World Breakthrough Player of the Year. But after a serious shoulder injury, he's never quite been the same and will not represent New Zealand at this year's Rugby World Cup. But if he can go back to where he was maybe 2 or 3 years ago, to at least 70% or 80% of where he was at, it could be a brilliant little signing for Toulon. Toulon really struggled last season. Could he be the player to change their fortunes and get them that top 14 title once again this season? Next up is a big move here in my homeland of Wales. Is Gareth Anscombe, who's joined the Ospreys from the Cardiff Blues. This then triggered a few moves, with Sam Davies then heading to the Dragons. Gareth Anscombe seems to have gained that number 10 shirt for Wales and will probably start as our first choice fly half at this year's World Cup. What a move it is. I think this will really give something extra to the Ospreys. He's brilliant with the ball in hand, and hopefully it will push the Ospreys up back into those playoff positions after a very disappointing year last year in the Pro 14. Let's see how he does. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this one. Number 3 on the list comes from the English Premiership, a move for Nathan Hughes, the number 8, who has been in exceptional form over the past few seasons, but had a really tough season maybe last year. He has moved from Wasps to Bristol Bears. Bristol Bears, of course, play fantastic attacking rugby under Pat Lam. Charles Piutau lighting up the Premiership week after week, and I think this style of rugby will suit him more. He loves to pick up the ball at the base of the scrum and run with it at plays. Brilliant with ball in hand. As he's from Pacific Nation heritage, he will love playing for the Bristol Bears. Not part of England's squad for the World Cup, it seems unlikely that he will be picked now, so maybe he can focus more on the Premiership and delivering his best performances to get back in an England shirt. We stay in England for number 4. It is Elliot Daly, moving from Wasps also, but this time joining Sarries. It seems like Sarries just gets stronger and stronger every year. In fact, it feels like maybe they didn't even need Elliot Daly, as they already have Lazowski and Tompkins who can play in those central positions. But Elliot Daly is such a great utility player, can play anywhere across the back 3, in the centre could probably do your job at fly half. One of his brilliant assets is his long kicking for goal, so he will give you that option. He could create a fantastic back 3 of 3 British Lions in Liam Williams and Sean Maitland. What a signing this is. It weakens one of your opponents and strengthens your team. Number 4 is Elliot Daly to Sarries. The biggest transfer of the window, in my opinion, is this one. Waseki Naholo joining London Irish from the Highlanders. What a player he is. Physically strong and able to get past those players one-on-one with his speed as well. He joins the London Irish, who have splashed the cash this season as they look to stay in the Premiership after winning promotion from the Championship last season. Bit of a surprise package for me with him joining, but this could be the signing of the summer. This could be the one that gives them that security and gives them those 12-13 tries a season to make sure they stay in the Premiership. Irish look like they're serious about this year's competition. Let me know in the comments down below, where do you think they'll finish this season? Next on the list is probably Scotland's greatest player at the minute. It is Stuart Hogg moving from Glasgow Warriors to Exeter Chiefs in the Premiership. This was done quite a while back, so we knew before the end of the season that he'd be leaving Glasgow and joining the Chiefs. Seen as almost maybe a replacement to Santiago Cordero, but can't really play that much on the wing, but will offer that exciting going forward style of rugby which Exeter are known for. Rob Baxter will be hoping that he will be able to provide that extra ounce of class as they play in games in the European Champions Cup and also in the Premiership. They want to get that title back. Can they do it? Let me know in the comments down below. But it's Stuart Hogg joining Exeter Chiefs, which in my opinion is a brilliant bit of business. Next on the list, what a signing this is for Northampton Saints. It's Owen France. When you sign a 100-cap international for the All Blacks, it's straight away going to improve your team. Owen France comes in, he's going to be a brilliant addition to the squad with so much experience and ability, but he'll also be the perfect mentor for the up-and-coming painter. He will join up with Chris Boyd, who's doing a great project, I believe, up there at Northampton. He's been with Crusaders for 10 years, but comes up to the Northern Hemisphere and hopefully will drive them towards those playoff places. Next one is a bit of a left field one. It is Pablo Matera, who's joined Stade Francais from Higueras in Argentina. I have the shirt just up there. He has joined them this summer. What a signing this is going to be. He's lit up Super Rugby, a fantastic player he is. He is of course playing for the Argentina national team, as every player who plays for Higueras plays for the Argentinian national team and vice versa. But he will come in. He left Leicester in 2015, went back to Argentina, has developed some more and is back in the European game. Stade Francais will have found themselves a real difference maker if he can hit the ground running. The partnership with Seko Makolo in the Stade back row could be one of the most impressive combinations in European rugby next season, with Matera's work rate and contact area skills the perfect complement to the dynamic ability in the loose that Makolo offers. What a signing this is. Can Stade Francais get back to the top of French rugby? We stay in France for this one. It's Montpellier's new signing, Handré Pollard, the fly half from South Africa. Now, there are many South Africans at the club, but Montpellier originally signed a Kiwi to take this fly half position in Aaron Cruden. It hasn't really worked and he's going to be leaving after this year's Rugby World Cup. But Pollard coming in will be joined by a host of South Africans, including Jean Servoten. They'll also have Bismarck du Plessis, Wian Leppenberg, and also Johan Goosen also in the side. Handré Pollard, great on the ball, showed what he could do over the autumn internationals and will probably be the number 10 starter for South Africa at this year's Rugby World Cup. What a signing this is. Let's see how he does this season. And we finish off with another South African, is Eben Esterhuizen, who joins Toulon. What a player he is and a natural leader. His leadership qualities will become so important over the season for Toulon as they attempt to get back to the top of French rugby after a really disappointing season last year. As a centrepiece for that rebuild, you couldn't ask for a much better foundation than the one that Esterhuizen will provide, not to mention the fear factor that he will bring back to the Toulon pack. He's strong, he's big, he's physical, he will be a presence. If he can emulate the impact his countryman Juan Smith, Joe van Niekerk and Bakkies Botha had at the club, he will swiftly become a fan favourite. This is the one to keep your eye out on over the course of the season. So there you go, those are my best signings of the summer in the rugby in the Northern Hemisphere. Let me know in the comments down below if I missed any or what you think of my list. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like on the video, and I'll see you on the next one here on BIS Rugby. Peace.